Hello my beautiful and amazing people, badass Dark Zone agents, Uncle Butcher in the building with another crazy Backfire setup. In this one I'm rocking Intimidate and Bloodsucker talent, which will give me shit ton of bonus armor. Just look at my example. This is shield free heroic build. For legendary missions you need to use a shield, but overall, goddamn, welcome to the insanity. Barbecue chicken setup can do some mayhem because Backfire exotic SMG will give us additional 200% crit at damage, and actually on legendary missions you can quite easily stack your Backfire SMG. Don't look at my aim is terrible. Most likely you will stack this SMG much quicker, but you see DPS output. God damn, man. If you love to clap booty cheeks, and I mean who doesn't love to clap delicious juicy booty cheeks, then this build will be perfect for you because we have tons of DPS, no downside to bleed effect from Backfire exotic SMG, because on reload we will be immune, and in this build we have 100% hazard protection, we have ridiculous DPS, and I think one of the best synergies. And for the Backfire setup to use Intimidate talent with Bloodsucker, that's pretty refreshing. You could use potentially as well Memento backpack in this setup, simply use bleed resistance mod, and then you would gain 3% armor regen, 3 core attributes. You know what Memento would give you, so definitely there are some other options how to proc Intimidate, but Bloodsucker for me works extremely well even on legendary missions because you can kill healing stations, drones, mini tanks, pretty much anything in the game, and you're gonna stack Backfire really quickly, and at the same time Bloodsucker talent. And if you didn't know, guys, Bloodsucker with last kill will give you 100% armor back, not 10, so you can stack bonus armor quite a bit here. But before we continue, quick from the sponsor DWing.net. If you don't have enough time or good image but you still want to have all the best items in your game, DWing.net is set for you. They have absolutely amazing team on consoles. They will complete your order super quick. Everything happens through account sharing. This service has been working for many years. They have tons of customer reviews. You can check everything by yourself, but now with my promo code RBD you will receive 15% discount on absolutely all service. Amazing deal, especially even right now they have some crazy sales going on, so definitely check these guys out. But now let's get back to this Backfire build. And my last Backfire build was made with Ninja Bike backpack, which gave me some options in terms of gear to use, but I think actually this works a little bit better. Intimidate and Bloodsucker combo, and like I said, you can throw in the mixed Memento backpack if you want, or exotic coyote mask if you need more DPS, but Memento backpack would give you more utility, skill efficiency, that armor regen from trophies. So again, you have a couple ways to set up this build, but for specialization here I'm using a gunner just to gain extra armor back on killing quick rate of fire, but you can replace it with survival specialization as well. Survival specialization is a really good option, so you have two ways how to run this build. For the guns itself, I'm using Backfire exotic SMG, and basically with full stacks I will gain 200% additional crit at damage. It's pretty nasty, and since we have 100% hazard protection, we will not receive any bleed effect on the reload. So it's pretty dope build, and we are not using any exotic gear pieces here to get all the resistances. Simple but yet effective build, and at the end actually Backfire will hit extremely hard, like one of the hardest hitting setups in the game. I will try to pair Backfire exotic SMG with striker gearshot later. I will check all the possibilities. I really would love to see striker and Backfire combo with at least 90% hazard protection or bleed resistance. So I have 140 plus crit damage at 200% additional crit damage from Backfire SMG, and we are sitting at 350% crit damage. I have ridiculous hazard protection. Basically, we're gonna be immune from any status effect. And guys, you can easily take away Backfire exotic SMG and use any other weapon, and maybe replace Bloodsucker and Intimidate combo with Obliterate and Vigilance combo, and then you can use this build in PvP, especially against status affected setups. So definitely you can use this build by switching talents for PvP, so save it. And if you need hazard protection setup, this is really good option for you, and use Ouroboros exotic SMG, of course. Pretty spectacular setup. For the mask itself, I'm using Sokolov's mask, but you could use Sombra mask because I'm actually using 2 pieces from Sokolov's gear set, and that will give me SMG damage and crit damage. Sombra would give you the same amount of crit damage, and you could potentially use even Coyote exotic mask, but then instead of crit damage mod you should use bleed resistance mod, but in that way you will lose immunity to all status effects. So you have to consider what you need. Yes, you will be basically immune to bleeding, but other status effects can get you. For the chest piece, I'm using Sokolov chest piece to gain again that 10% SMG damage, hazard protection, crit chance, and Intimidate. Intimidate is really good talent for heroic missions, and as you saw, even for legendary runs. For the holster, I'm using Cavalier holster with weapon damage core attribute. It was pain in the ass to find these Cavalier pieces with the red attributes and hazard protection, but eventually I found both, and I replaced core attributes. For the backpack, I'm using Woken and Harris with Bloodsucker talent. If you want more crit damage, you could go with Sombra backpack and Bloodsucker talent. I'm using Cavalier gloves with hazard protection and weapon damage, and my last piece, of course, is Yal's knee pads, which will give me hazard protection as attribute and crit chance. And on guys 2-piece Cavalier gear set buff will be additional 30% hazard protection. That's the reason why I can get basically 100% hazard protection on this build. Butcher drops the mic. Stay safe, love you all, and see you in the next one. And I'm just getting started with Backfire builds. Like I said, I will try to use Coyote mask in this setup, and of course Striker gear. Bye.